Off the beaten path. Join me in exploring one of the most unique but least known sites in Washington, D.C., the DC8 Totems. Yes, you heard me correctly, totems. In a corner of this vibrant city lies an art installation of 8 totems that celebrates community, history, and diversity. Most people jog or bike along the exercise trail that divides it, but today we are going to take a close look and try not to get run over. Let's go! Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And right now I am in a neighborhood of DC called NOMA, which stands for North of Massachusetts, so Massachusetts Avenue. Most of the avenues here in DC are named after states. So that's where we are, and there is a biking and jogging trail here. This is called the Metropolitan Branch Trail. And at this section of it that I'm at, there is an installation of 8 different totem poles. So of course this is an artistic project, and the totem poles are all different from each other, mostly in more of a, actually all of it, except for maybe this one, they're all in more of an artistic kind of style. And I'm going to give you a tour of these totem poles and also tell you a bit about the artist. The artist's name is Wilfredo Valladares, and I got onto the website for the DC Commission on the Arts and Humanities, and they have a biography about him, so I'm going to read that to you right now. And it says, born in Trujillo, Colon, Honduras, Wilfredo began his career as an artist and educator. It was due to his challenging of perceptions as a teacher during a time of conflict in his country that it became necessary for Wilfredo to seek political asylum in the United States. Wilfredo arrived in the early 90s, where he continued his journey as an artist by attending Montgomery College, then Maryland Institute College of Art, graduating with a BFA in sculpture. And it goes on, and it was evident that his chosen path would lead him to make contributions in the academic and artistic arenas. And it says a bit more about him, kind of goes on. And they also give descriptions of all of the different totems here. And unfortunately, these totems are not in order. They're kind of, I took a little walk around. They're in a different type of order, so we're just kind of go through them one at a time. And give me just a second here. Yeah, we'll start with, don't want to get run over. We'll start with this one over here because this is the one that I've been able to quickly pull up on my phone. This one is Totem 4, number 4. They're all from 2010. And it says, well, we'll wait for this train to pass. We are right next to a metro station. Okay, so it says, this is an ancestral-inspired totem pole. There are various faces emerging from the natural bark design. The log is elevated to create the illusion of rising. The piece shows the relationship of the city to Rock Creek Park. All right, and the next one. Okay, so now we are at totem number 2. And the site says, this totem pays tribute to all the laborers that built the monument. Black and white photo portraits of DC residents are displayed in the center of the column, appearing to float in the interior space. And by the monument, maybe they're talking about the Washington Monument, because that's what this looks like. They don't specifically say what they mean by the monument. But anyway, I will show you their faces here. And then there are hands reaching up at the top. And we will head on to the next one, which is, this one is number 1. So let's go ahead and find that. Here we go. All right, so let's take a good pan. This is the one that looks most traditionally Native American. And it doesn't say so much specifically about this one. It says elaborate and colorful arrays of iconic places in Washington, D.C. are painted on a traditional totem relief surface. So here we can see some of that at the bottom. It says Tacoma, Fort Totten. These are all in the north of the city. And you see there's like a subway map in the back there. It says Metro Center, Rhode Island, Eastern Market, Sweetland, and up here we have, it says Fish, Seafood City, Captain White, Shrimp. I don't know, maybe these are food places. So anyway, this is number 1, and let's go over there to that one. We are kind of jumping around, but it kind of, it's just kind of working out this way. There are people standing by the next one, but anyway, here is number 3, and pulling this one up. What do you say about number 3 website? It says, this totem is inspired by the organic form of the Potomac River. An excerpt from the poem by Ethel Lynn Beers entitled All Quiet Along the Potomac Tonight, or laser cut from the Corton steel sculpture. And you can see the poem right over here, and it wraps all the way around. And there's the artist's name at the bottom, 1861.